Hello world. In this tutorial we're going to look at using keynotes in Revit. How do you use them, where do you find them, and how do you edit them? So right now, hopefully you have open Revit. Any version, this is 2023, but this goes way back. So if you're using older versions, the same thing is true. As you can tell, I have several notes on this particular elevation. And you might think that these are simple text notes, but in truth, they are in fact keynotes, right? And specifically keynotes with keynote text. You should have a few options, maybe a keynote number or whatnot, but I'm using keynote text. So what is a keynote and how does it work? Well, a keynote is a specific tag, if you will, for an element, a smart element within Revit. So in this case, fiber cement boarding and batten siding is pointing to this wall. Aluminum window system is pointing to this curtain wall. Standing metal seam metal roof is pointing to this wall or this element. So that's what they are, and I'm going to show you how they work. So I want to tag this sign, right? And I wanted to say something specific. So I'm going to hit under the Annotate tab, I choose the Keynote tool and then Element Keynote. I'm going to select the sign, click one time, and click over and over. Now right now, so this is my leader lines that I clicked. Right now it's associated with a tag I labeled Keynote, or sorry, New Note. But if I double click on it, it pulls up the Keynote dialog, and I can choose any of the ones that already exist. Now, your list is probably, if you're using Keynotes, you probably have a custom list based on CSI master spec probably, and it's probably very long. I'm building this one from scratch, so there's not a whole lot of content just yet. But there's my new note. That's where that came from. But that's not what I wanted to say. I wanted to say custom sign on standoffs or something like that, right? So it doesn't say that, and I can't edit it here. So in order to edit that, I have to go back to the Annotate tab, hit Keynote, and hit Keynote Settings. What this does is tell me where the Keynote table file location is, and then I can browse to it, I can view it, which is what this is, and then I can reload it, but I can't edit it here. It must be edited in Notepad, or you can also use Microsoft Excel. So I'm going to pull up Windows Explorer, and that popped off on a different screen. And then I'm going to navigate to that folder location. And again, your folder location will be different, so please pay attention to what it said in Revit. So here's my Keynote legend. I'm going to double click on it, and you'll see this is how the keynotes are organized in Notepad. This is the one I just showed you, 999007 new note. I can add a new one, right? 99008. Oops, not enough zeros. Call it sign custom sign on standoffs, and then 99. So let me explain the anatomy of this note. The first number is a unique identifier for this particular comment or note, and is loosely based on CSI master spec. So if you look at the number sequences, instead of saying 90,000, it says, or 9 is 6-digit number, it says 9 for finishes, 10 for specialties, and so on and so forth. So those are in line with CSI master spec. And within those, I have additional numbers. So the 51200 for metal structure. So that goes in division 5. So the identifier, the unique identifier qualifier, is this metal 51200, but the number at the end is the category which it belongs. So in this case, for this sign, that's a unique identifier is this 990008, but then there's a tab. So this is a tab, then the text, and then a tab again with the category number. So that's really how that works. You're going to save it, right? and then close it. That's very important. You can't have it open while you are while you're using it, or going to use it. So now here's my Keynote settings in Revit. I'm going to hit reload and hit OK. It's giving me an error message. I'll fix that later. Now, again, it still says new note. I haven't changed it yet, so I'm going to double click on it. It says, okay, what note do you want? I can choose any of these, but this is the one I just made. So I'm going to hit OK. And then that, as they say, is that. That's how you add keynotes. That's what they're used for, and that's how you edit them. Thanks for watching. I hope you found value in this tutorial. And if you did, I'd appreciate it if you like it, share it with others, and subscribe to my channel below. Also, if you'd like to see other tutorials similar to this one on this topic, please select from the list to the right. Have a great day.